Hi, I'm Megan. Today we have with us Hannah from Seattle, Washington. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me on the show.
So, first off, where do you live and how long have you lived there?
I have recently moved down to Seattle, Washington, and specifically I live in downtown. I have always lived in this region because of all the major attractions, and I started out by living in Everett, Washington, and when I was 21, I moved down to Seattle for a job.
Wow, you must really love this region. That brings me to my next question. Why did you choose this region?
Because of all the beautiful scenery that's always around you. There are always so many major attractions, and the weather is not too harsh, the people are super nice, and the communities are always welcoming. There's lots of nature, which I love for hiking, and my favorite trail would probably have to be the Skyline Trail.
Wow, I completely agree. My next question would have to be, what is your favorite town or city?
Oh my gosh, that's a pretty tough question, but I'd have to say Seattle because of the waterfront. It's just beautiful and how fluently the Puget Sound flows, and I love the sunsets. Yeah.
That's very beautiful. I love visiting that area too. To go along with your response, what would be your favorite attraction in Seattle?
That would probably have to be Pike Place because of all the culture and all the amazing food that you can find there is rare from many other places. You can also go to independent shops so that you can buy produce, plants, and lots of beautiful jewelry and clothing, and many other objects.
I do love Pike Place Market. Can you tell us about your past and childhood in this region?
Yeah, sure. So I grew up in Everett, but I was born in Bellingham, and so I went to Garfield Elementary, and I graduated high school at Cascade. Then I went to University of Washington for college, and I was offered a job as a salesman in Seattle.
That sounds like you were always busy in school. In your free time, what activities did you like to do?
Like I said before, I love to hike Mount Rainier. I also like to swim at Green Lake Park, and I always like to take my dog out on walks along the waterfront.
That sounds amazing. It's so beautiful and relaxing down there. The pier is such a relaxing place. Can you tell me about the climate in that area?
Yeah, so the climate here is very wet and rainy, and sometimes cold. And in the winter, it's not too harsh. You rarely get any snow, unless you're in the mountains. And in the summer, you get fairly warm weather, and like I said before, you get quite a bit of rain. It's really rainy here.
I completely agree. The weather is pretty mellow because of the climate. What are some of the animals that live around here that you see?
There's a lot of wildlife around here. We have some deer, some birds, lots of rabbits, elk. You can find mountain goats in the mountains, cougars in the forests, and those are just a few. There's lots of wildlife around here because of the weather, like I said. There's lots of rain and forest, for example, the Mount Rainier National Park.
That's great. It'd be amazing to see those on a daily basis living around here. Thank you, Hannah, for joining us today, and bye.